Hey everyone. Ever wish you could have like an instructional design expert kind of on speed dial?
Yeah.
But what if that expert was, get this, an AI?
Whoa.
Today we are diving into some seriously cool research on how large language models, specifically GPT-4, could help us scale, like really scale, evidence-based instructional design.
Nice.
And get this,
Okay.
we might be on the verge of changing how we learn. Like forever.
Oh, wow.
We're going to be looking at a research paper called Scaling Evidence-Based Instructional Design Expertise Through Large Language Models. And trust me, this isn't just about AI spitting out content.
Okay.
It's about how AI can help us design truly effective learning experiences.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there.
Thanks.
What's fascinating about this paper is that it really tackles this age-old challenge of connecting all that awesome theoretical research in education with what's actually happening in classrooms and online courses.
Totally.
The researchers believe that large language models can streamline the process of designing instruction based on solid evidence, and they've got some real-world examples to show how.
All right, let's jump right into those examples.
Awesome.
The first one focuses on a course about, wait for it, e-learning design and principles.
It is, isn't it? Talk about meta.
Oh, so meta, right?
Yeah.
The instructor wanted to teach 30 instructional design principles in a super, in-depth, evidence-based way.
Yeah.
But picture this.
Okay.
Creating scenario-based assessments for 30 different principles.
That's a mountain of work.
That's a mountain of work.
Right.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So
they brought in GPT-4.
It did, yep.
To help automate that process.
Yeah.
Specifically focusing on a method called Predict, Observe, Explain, or POE.
Yep.
You present a scenario. The learner predicts what happens, observes the outcome.
Right.
And then explains why their prediction was right or wrong.
Makes sense.
Pretty cool.
It is. But what's really interesting is that getting GPT-4 to create those POE scenarios wasn't like a simple plug-and-play situation.
Oh, really?
The researchers had to put in the work, fine-tuning their prompts through multiple iterations to kind of guide the AI toward what they needed.
Oh, wow.
They actually shared an example prompt in the paper's appendix.
Oh, cool.
For those who want to see, the magic behind the curtain.
I love that. Okay, so the best part.
Yeah, the best part is
using GPT-4 slashed development time for those assessments by more than half.
Huge, right?
That's huge.
Oh, it's a lot of time.
Think about all the time instructors could say. It could be weeks. It could even be months.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine what you could do with that extra time.
I know, right? It's mind-blowing. You could focus on building relationships with students, mentoring new teachers, or even just having a life outside of work, right?
Yeah.
It's it could be a real game changer for so many educators.
Oh, for sure. Okay, on to case study number 2.
All right, case study number 2.
This one dives into a brand new course on learning analytics and educational data science.
Cool.
And they were focusing on a specific learning objective.
Okay.
Implement a predictive model using Python.
Got it.
The researchers decided to use faded worked examples with feedback presented within Jupyter Notebooks, which is like a go-to tool for data scientists.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's a twist.
Ooh, a tool.
GPT-4, despite being like a rock star at generating code, struggled to consistently use a particular data visualization library called Altair.
So even AI has its limitations.
Yeah, even AI has limitations.
What did the researchers do to overcome this?
So they used a clever technique called few-shot prompting.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, they gave GPT-4 a bunch of examples to help it, learn the desired pattern.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like teaching a kid to ride a bike.
Yeah. Sometimes you need those training wheels and a little extra support before they can ride on their own.
That makes sense. And it reinforces that working with AI is a collaborative dance, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We guide it.
Yeah.
It learns, and we refine the process together.
Totally.
This all sounds incredibly promising.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there are best practices for getting the most out of these large language models.
Oh, for sure.
Like, what can our listeners do to make this AI magic work for them?
So the paper outlines some really helpful tips for prompt engineering. And prompt engineering is basically like the art of speaking AI's language, so to speak.
I like that.
And one of the most important is the power of templates.
Okay.
Especially for complex tasks.
Yeah.
Providing GPT-4 with a clear template can dramatically improve the quality and consistency of what it generates.
Mm-hmm.
It's like giving it a blueprint to work from.
So instead of like throwing a vague request at it, like write a lesson plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We need to be much more specific about the format and the elements we want included.
Exactly. Another key tip is fine-tuning.
Okay.
You can adjust something called temperature to control how focused or creative you want the AI to be. A lower temperature keeps things more focused, while a higher temperature lets the AI explore more diverse and unexpected possibilities.
So it's like having a creativity dial.
Yeah.
Turn it down for precision, turn it up for those out-of-the-box ideas.
Exactly.
I like that. Now, what about those moments when the AI throws you a curveball? Let's be honest, AI can be a bit unpredictable at times.
Absolutely. And when that happens, one strategy is to use LLM chaining. You basically break down a big, complex task into smaller, more manageable steps. So instead of asking the AI to write an entire lesson plan in one go, we could have it tackle the learning objectives first, then move on to activities and so on. By breaking things down, you not only make it easier for the AI, but you gain more control over the process and the final outcome.
Makes sense.
It's like that old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Love it. Now, one thing that's super important to me, especially in the world of education, is citing references.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How can we ensure the AI is providing credible information?
So citing sources is crucial, right? It adds credibility to your materials and helps ensure accuracy. After all, AI models can sometimes get a little creative with their sources, to put it nicely.
So it's like fact-checking?
It is.
But for AI.
Exactly.
We need to verify the information we're using is not just believable, but actually grounded in evidence.
Exactly. And that leads us to another key point. Evaluating the output. Even with all these safeguards, we can't just blindly trust what the AI produces, right? Human judgment is still paramount.
We need subject matter experts to review the materials. Check for potential biases. And ensure that everything aligns with our learning goals.
Totally.
It's about having a partnership with the AI.
That's a great way to put it. Like, we are the quality control managers, even with this amazing AI assistant.
Exactly.
And speaking of quality control, let's talk about an area where AI can be a real game changer. Creating rubrics and grading.
Oh, tell me about it. If AI could take that off my plate, I'd be thrilled.
Well, imagine having an AI assistant that can analyze student work, pinpoint areas for improvement, and even offer personalized feedback.
Whoa, that would be a dream come true. It could save so much time and make grading so much more consistent.
Absolutely. And think about the potential for making grading more fair. AI could help us minimize the impact of any unconscious biases and ensure that all students are evaluated on a level playing field.
That's a huge win for equity in education. It sounds like this AI assistant would be like having another set of eyes, right?
It is,
helping us catch things we might miss and providing valuable insights.
Exactly. But even with all the potential benefits of AI, it's important to remember that it should be a tool to enhance, not replace human educators.
I totally agree. AI can help us automate tasks, uncover insights, and personalize learning, but it's the human connection, the empathy, and the passion that truly makes a difference in the classroom.
Well said. Now, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the future.
Go ahead.
The researchers painted a compelling picture of what a sophisticated AI-powered recommendation system could look like.
Ooh, this sounds exciting. So we're talking about a system that could synthesize all the research on evidence-based instructional design and translate that knowledge into practical strategies for educators.
Exactly. Imagine a system that could analyze your specific teaching context, your learners' needs, your objectives, and then suggest strategies and resources tailored to your unique situation.
Wow.
It would be like having an instructional design expert on call 24/7.
That would be amazing. Think of the impact this could have on new teachers.
Oh, yeah.
They could have access to this incredible wealth of knowledge and support right from the start.
Absolutely. It could also help bridge the gap between research and practice.
Totally.
Right now, so much valuable research never makes its way into classrooms.
Yeah.
But with a system like this, educators could have those findings at their fingertips, ready to be implemented.
Right.
It's all about making evidence-based instruction more accessible
Yeah.
and actionable for every teacher.
I love that. It's about empowering teachers with the knowledge and tools they need to create truly impactful learning experiences.
It is. And while there are still, hurdles to overcome,
Right.
this research gives us a glimpse into a future where AI could truly transform the learning landscape.
It's a future I'm definitely excited about.
Mm-hmm.
But with all this talk about the potential of AI, are there any concerns or potential downsides we should be aware of?
That's a great question. While the possibilities are incredibly exciting, it's crucial to approach AI with a balanced perspective. One potential pitfall is the risk of over-reliance on AI.
Okay.
It's tempting to think of it as like a magic bullet
Right.
that will solve all our educational challenges.
Right. It's important to remember that AI is a tool.
Yeah.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
Totally.
It's up to us as educators
Yeah.
to use it responsibly and ethically.
Exactly. We need to be thoughtful about how we integrate AI into our practice, ensuring that it complements and enhances our teaching,
Right.
not replaces those essential human elements.
So it's not about AI versus teachers.
No.
It's about AI and teachers working together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about finding that sweet spot where AI can support us in doing what we do best,
Right.
connecting with our students and creating meaningful learning experiences.
Speaking of finding that sweet spot, the paper also highlighted the importance of prompt engineering.
Oh, for sure.
Crafting effective prompts is crucial
Yeah,
for getting the results we want from these large language models.
absolutely.
It's like we need to learn how to speak AI.
That's a great analogy. We need to understand how the AI thinks in order to communicate with it effectively.
Right.
The researchers found that even small tweaks to the wording or structure of a prompt could have a big impact on the output.
It sounds like it takes practice
Yeah.
and a willingness to experiment.
It does.
To really master this prompt engineering thing.
It does, and it underscores the importance of collaboration.
Yeah.
We need to share what we're learning, experiment together, and refine our approach as we go.
It's like we're all pioneers.
Yeah.
Exploring this new frontier of AI in education.
I love that image. And as pioneers,
We need to be mindful of the potential impact of AI
right.
on the role of the teacher.
Yeah.
Some people worry that AI will eventually replace teachers altogether.
I can understand that concern.
Yeah.
But personally, I believe that AI has the potential to free up teachers, to focus on those higher order skills,
Totally.
building relationships,
Yeah.
fostering creativity, and inspiring a love of learning. It's about shifting the paradigm,
Right.
not replacing the teacher.
I agree. AI can take care of those time-consuming tasks,
Yeah.
like grading and generating basic content, allowing teachers to focus on the things that AI can't replicate.
Right.
Empathy, inspiration,
Yeah.
and that human connection that's at the heart of great teaching.
That's a vision I can get behind.
Good.
It's about finding ways to use AI to amplify our strengths as educators, not diminish them.
Exactly. And this brings us back to a key theme
Yeah.
we've touched on throughout this deep dive.
Okay.
The power of human-AI collaboration. It's not about AI versus humans. It's about AI and humans working together
Yes.
to create a more equitable, effective, and engaging learning experience for all.
That's it. And that's a goal worth striving for, wouldn't you say?
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about finding that synergy
Yeah.
between human ingenuity and the power of AI.
Totally.
And that's what makes this research so exciting.
Yeah.
It's not just about like the technical nuts and bolts, but about the bigger picture of how we can use AI to like really transform teaching and learning.
I couldn't agree more. This paper really goes beyond the hype.
Yeah.
And offers a practical, grounded perspective on how to integrate AI into education
Right.
in a way that's both effective and responsible.
Okay. Before we wrap up,
Yeah.
let's circle back to those two case studies for a moment.
Okay.
What were some of the key takeaways
Yeah.
you gleaned from those real-world applications of GPT-4?
So one of the biggest takeaways, and this echoes what we talked about earlier, is the importance of prompt engineering.
Okay.
Those researchers really hammered home the point that crafting effective prompts is absolutely essential for getting the results we want from large language models.
Totally.
It's almost like, we're learning a new language.
Yeah.
The language of AI.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
We can't just assume that AI will, understand our intentions or our pedagogical goals.
Yeah, we have to be explicit and intentional in how we communicate with it.
Exactly. The researchers found that even, seemingly minor tweaks to the wording or structure of a prompt could make a huge difference in the quality of the output.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about knowing what we want.
Yeah.
It's about knowing how to ask for it in a way that the AI can understand.
Exactly. It sounds like there's a real art to this prompt engineering thing.
It does.
It's not just a technical skill, right?
Wow.
It requires a deep understanding of both the AI and the learning process.
It does.
Yeah.
And it highlights another key takeaway.
Okay.
The importance of iteration.
Yeah.
It's rare that we'll, nail the perfect prompt on the first try.
Oh, absolutely.
We need to be willing to experiment, analyze the results, and refine our prompts based on what we learn.
It's an ongoing process.
Yeah.
Collaboration and refinement.
We're working with the AI, not just dictating to it.
Exactly. And that underscores the point we've been emphasizing throughout this whole deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
Human expertise is still essential.
Yes.
Even with the most advanced AI.
Right.
We need educators, subject matter experts, and instructional designers to guide the process, evaluate the output, and ensure that everything aligns with our learning goals and values.
It's about finding that balance,
Totally.
between leveraging the power of AI and retaining that irreplaceable human element in education.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now let's zoom out for a moment and revisit that vision of a personalized recommendation system powered by AI.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
It's a pretty mind-blowing concept, right?
It is. Imagine a system that could analyze your teaching context.
Yeah.
Your learner's needs, your objectives.
Right.
And then generate tailored recommendations for evidence-based strategies, activities, and resources.
Wow.
It would be like having a personalized instructional design coach available at any time.
It could totally revolutionize the way we approach lesson planning, curriculum design, even professional development.
Oh, totally.
You teachers could have access to this incredible resource right from the start.
Right away.
And experienced teachers could stay up to date on the latest research and best practices.
Absolutely. It's about democratizing access to expertise. And empowering every teacher to create truly effective learning experiences.
Totally.
And think about the potential for bridging the gap between research and practice.
Right.
So much valuable research just sits on the shelves, gathering dust.
Right.
But a system like this could make those findings accessible and actionable for every educator.
It's an incredibly exciting vision for the future of learning.
It is.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the key message you want our listeners to take away?
I think the biggest takeaway is this.
Okay.
AI is a powerful tool with incredible potential to transform education.
Right.
But it's up to us as educators to use it wisely, ethically, and in a way that puts learners at the center.
Totally.
We need to embrace the possibilities, experiment, collaborate, and always remember that the future of learning is a partnership between human ingenuity and technological innovation.
Beautifully said. So to our listeners out there, whether you're a seasoned educator or just starting your journey, we encourage you to explore the potential of AI.
Yes.
Keep learning, keep innovating, and keep diving deep.
Keep diving deep.
Into the ever-evolving world of education.
For sure.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.